Welcome, everybody, to another Rev Talk. We have an interesting topic today. We're going to talk about, in essence, how our mind can tell us why and how, what to think instead of what is actually going on and how we can control that. And usually we draw a card, but today I think Bruce doesn't like cards, so we're going to skip it today. So you want to start away with the topic?
I love it. I love it. Hi, everybody. So, yes, there was a conversation that was held earlier, and it was about how we see things and how our mind, like you said, we're so willing to believe the outward chatter. And when we say you are powerful, you are powerful, powerful in your life, your journey. You can inspire others. You can enhance others' lives by being in their presence, by being your true self and with them. You cannot cause them to do anything that they don't want to do. You can't make them do anything they don't want to do. There's a lot of blame that goes on with that. Well, they made me do that. No, they didn't. No, they really didn't. It was your choice to make. And that's kind of the whole, what we've gone back over, time and again, take responsibility for your life and your actions and your choices. Nobody made you do something. You do this on your own. These are your choices that you make. Accept them, embrace them. If you don't like how it turned out, then make a different choice. It's fairly simple that way,
It's kind of like you are listening to your conscious, is what for the buzzword. Oh, my conscious tells me I shouldn't do that, but I really want to do that, so I'm going to do it. And you knew deep down you shouldn't do it, and you did it. So it is your consequences. You made those choices. You can't blame it on the person. Let's say they were inviting you to a party and you shouldn't have gone, because that's your journey. That's your place. So you need to honor that. And like you say, sit with it and learn from it and become a better person.
Right. I mean, again, we're drawn to situations sometimes just based on old patterns, whether they're good or not so good, or, downright ugly, because we're familiar with it. We're drawn to certain things, or certain things are drawn to us based on our choices and the energy we put out to the universe. It's the chatter that we have. What was the one that Angel Amy had said? And I'm paraphrasing because I don't quite remember, but we've said it before. If you talk about, I don't have enough money to pay my bills, I don't have enough money to pay my bills, I don't know. Well, the universe is going to say, oh, okay.
You're creating additional energy for not paying your bills.
Right. Instead of
the scenario.
Like what I do when I pay my bills, I say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for letting me have the money to be able to pay my bill. I feel so good that I don't have to worry about that one. Yay. And to, flip that lens from, what our old patterning used to be, because that was something that was kind of ingrained in me, from my childhood, about lack. So you have to unlearn what you've learned in order to be able to make your life better and to move forward.
I grew up in a family that made me earn everything. And it gave you the value of $1. And I tease my kids and grandkids and say, how many hours do you have to work for that sweater? How many hours is it really worth it? And when I was working and I was making really good money, I wanted a piece of gym equipment. I ran gyms, and it was that or a treadmill. I wanted the big whoop-de-doo cables. And he goes, okay, one or the other. What do you want? And when you put it in, do you really want it? Is it a need for the gym, or is it just because it's the bells and whistles? And that's life. And once you learn your basic principles in that, your foundation for money, and you honor money because it's only energy.
Right.
When you give back, you get back.
Yep.
So if you're helping in any way, you'll get it back, be it money, be it wealth, be it home, be it anything. And this is what we have to change our attitude and thinking, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time to do that. Oh, I just can't do that because it's too time consuming. Well, you're right, because you created a universe that believes that for you. And it's the universe way of telling you, hey, you can manifest anything.
I love
Change
that.
that.
I love that. I love that. I do. And it's true. It is true. And you and I have said this before, we have all the time we need. We always have all the time we need. And it's very freeing when you say that. I have all the time I need. I really do. I don't need to worry about that. And that becomes a thing where, everybody's time constraints and they're all, clenched up, and it doesn't have to be that way. If you allow yourself to breathe and to step back and to realize you have all the power to make all those decisions and make all those choices for yourself. Accept it, again, embrace it, and love it, because that's your free will.
You're the captain of your ship.
Absolutely.
And you're the captain of your fate. It's you, nobody else. Don't blame everybody else.
Exactly. And that one got to be kind of tough, although I've gotten better about it, because for me, thankfully, I'm very thankful that I work from home and I don't have to commute every day anymore. When I did, it was, and I get that. And until I released that and said, okay, well, instead of, leaving at such and such a time, I'm going to leave a little bit earlier. And if I get there a little bit earlier, okay, then I can relax and I can just walk in and I can get my day started and all. And it released a lot. It opened things up and just kind of allowed me to breathe and say, oh, okay, yeah, this is not so bad. Now, it is a little tough when, when you don't like your job and you don't want to get there. And then, of course, I think there's that mindset as well. If you come from a space of loving what you're doing in this moment, convincing yourself, you know what, I do love what I'm doing right here. Right now, this is what I really enjoy. That energy gathers momentum so that the universe is going to say, oh, they like really what they're doing. Let's make more of this really good feeling stuff, and move forward with that. That's where it comes from.
Yeah, because we're changing how we look at it.
Absolutely.
Somebody else created our workspace. We created that.
Absolutely.
At home, be in an office.
Exactly.
And as you were saying, we don't realize how powerful we are. Mm-hmm. We're powerful for us and to help others. It's impossible to give anybody else something negative or something unloving. It just isn't done. It's impossible. And if you start thinking and blaming yourself for everybody else's problems, you've got a lot of work on yourself.
Right. Absolutely. And
because again, it's your thinking.
And I read, I think it was from Mike Dooley. who does his tut.com. And I love his stuff. And it kind of went like, if you're thinking a negative thought about something or someone or whatever, just remember that there are thousands and thousands of positive thoughts and energies that you aren't even aware of working behind the scenes that negate that. So it's a matter of, when you think it and you stop yourself, oh, okay, oh no, that's, flip that around, whatever. You've got a whole team with you. You always have this whole team that's right there with you, and they're working behind the scenes saying, yeah, not really. Nah, that's a negative one. We're just gonna brush that away. That's not, there's so many more positive energies. And
when you have it, because you physically feel that release.
yes. So you cannot, as there are times when you might want to really wish something bad on somebody. It's not going to happen, not by you. There are too many positive energies and affirmations, and your team is working on your behalf as well, so that doesn't happen.
I agree, because we don't realize. Well, like, I was thinking of examples where kids go out and they drink too much, and then they blame you for giving them the alcohol. Well, you feel like, oh my God, I shouldn't have, or I didn't. But there's so many entities in play. So many. And if you just stop and isolate each one that contributed, how many it took, and then take a deep breath and look at all the good that has happened from that, and all the good that it continues surrounds the circumstances from them forward. So there's reasons, but we did not create those reasons.
Right. Exactly. I love that. But again, like I said before, you know what? It is each and every one of us our own journey. Now, how much you wish to take part in it, in your journey, is entirely up to you. You want to give your power away, and you want to give it to everybody else, and blame everybody and continue down that cycle. You know what? That's your choice. Go for it. I don't necessarily advise it, but it is a choice. Me personally, I'm too anal retentive. I like to be in control of my life as best I can. And so for me to know that I am in charge of my life, that I make those choices for myself and take responsibility for them, that's very freeing for me. Very freeing.
And sometimes we do have the conversation with our other self, because we're a little upset. Right. And I agree with what you're telling me I have to do. And we have to sit with it and make sure we're on the right path.
Yes. And you'll feel whether you're on the right path or not. And that's the thing too, to listen to your body and to trust that your whole team and everybody telling you, like you said earlier, you get that, oh, I shouldn't do this, or maybe I should. Well, sit with it and you feel into it. It's going to feel right. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel, yes, it's going to feel great. You're going to feel like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I love that.
The full moon, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Starts tonight. It was waning last night.
And isn't it an eclipse as well? I think we have a lunar eclipse going on as well for tomorrow. It's kind of a powerful.
I did not have that, so I need to find that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I read One
I
of,
just knew I had to get all my crystals out.
yeah, I think so. So I mean,
Called a flower moon.
oh,
A lunar eclipse will begin as the moon enters the outer edge of the surface, the shadow.
yep.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought this was an eclipse moon, which is very potent as well. So, everybody, you want to manifest good things? This is the time to start doing it. Exactly.
Holes to put all my crystals in, otherwise it'd take me forever to take them all out. And then I'm wondering if it's going to rain, where do I put them?
I usually just
can't have water.
I usually just ask. I just ask for the energies to bless and cleanse all of my crystals because I have so many. There's no way.
You have way more than me.
I think I need well, and I'd have to go all through the house trying to find them.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. So I just kind of make a big old generalized, please cleanse them all. I can't bring them out. And that seems to work. So I don't know.
Well, that's good. I usually open all the windows, the shades, so they get.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah. Oh, so with that, I think I'm complete.
We had some heavy stuff today, if you heard it.
That was a good conversation. It really was. Hope everybody enjoyed it. So with that, we're going to close out here by reminding everybody to be gentle with yourself and to be kind to yourself and to remember that you are unique in all the universe. There will never be another just like you in all of space and time. You are powerful, you are cherished, and you are loved. And without you, the song of the universe would be incomplete. Until next time, my friends, be well